Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on another team from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Vols will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Tanner. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida's offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels loud.
The expressway is wide open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to go up top on first down. Dances away from the heat. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. The give. Spins away from the defender. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will go to work for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in '06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You gotta put pressure on the quarterback. Really nice job on this play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Vols decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
On second down, they'll take to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Hauls it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator!
His defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, Tennessee, 0.
Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. On third down, he drops to throw. Finds the tight end. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The run from the shotgun. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's right on target. They get him down after he makes the catch. Line getting set on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! Up and over Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Tanner. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense set on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Firing to the right, complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. 1st down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time.
He's going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He wants to throw it. They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Going to run it. It's Murphy. Shakes off the defender. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He's looking to throw. And wings it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Muscling ahead on third and short. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the single back. Able to get one down to the 15.
You know, runs like this, oftentimes you're like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
The give to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point...
And it's on the ground. Bounced right back to them. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go. But those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
On the return, it's Tanner. He's got great speed. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build. And oh, no, he loses the ball after the huge gain.
Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll put the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Murphy. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Here's the handoff. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Florida, 35. Tennessee, 7.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Really good defense. defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Leaves it with the running back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Vols will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. On the move, it's Tanner. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Gonna run it. It's Murphy.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's going to run it. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They move the tight end all over. They'll test the right side. No, he just flat ran over it.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The play action fake. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gator.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Iowa is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Niall Kinnick among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Northwestern. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now on second and short after the first down completion. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. On second down, looking again to throw. Working the middle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Comes out throwing on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. They're trying to get to him. He'll pull it down. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback. Get him on the ground. This
trying to beat the D deep. And he's got it inside the 35. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dialing up a second down pass play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Kept it, and he's past the marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to him. Might be looking to run. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback checking the play. He's back to throw on second down. Escapes trouble. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
On third down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown ball.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Florida. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Heaves it on the run. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of their way with their fingernail. He'll bring it out. It's Tanner. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Line gets set, first down. Looking for space, it's Murphy. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll run the toss. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
It's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Single back formation, and they give it to it. At the 45 on his way. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Yeah, and obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Murphy. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. Got enough space. Touchdown, Gator. And the pummeling has started. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Tackled immediately after the catch. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Vols will call on their punt team.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. And this is an offensive coordinator's dream. The short field, the very short field, the punt return setting up a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. 2nd and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Vols line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Fast motion from the offense. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll pull it down and run. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. The give to the lone running back. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Looking for a gap. It's Murphy. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Motion from the offense. Third down, and they'll try the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3 as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. On fourth down, going to the air. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Looking to scramble. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Power football with the run. There's a live football. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll try to get outside. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Ran through the contact. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the 4th down. Now, I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football?
Touchdown, Gator! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Florida 70, Tennessee 24.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Pocket starts to collapse. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Missouri dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Getting some... And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's 2nd and goal. They move the tight end all over. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Gator! And the punishment has been extended. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunity.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And they'll take over.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the...
Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Snags it on the right. And he's running in the open. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback will audible. Trying to find his man on first down. Slips a tackle. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Gator! And the pummeling has started. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He's going to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got it on the right. Oh, look out, there he goes. I'm sorry, you were unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Short gain on the play before he slides.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like, a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
He finds his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Volunteers will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Looking for a block. It's Tanner. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. The offense lining up for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They'll line up for a second down play. Off play action. Dances away. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Extending the play. He's going to fire to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After misfiring, it's second down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Feeling some heat. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He caught it. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown. But way too late, but they still do count it for 6. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for them.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big